There's this belief that we all seem to share that orange cats are just different, that they're friendlier, more chill, basically the golden retrievers of the cat world. But is that just a feeling we all have, or is there a real secret to their charm? Well, today, we're going to dig in and solve the mystery of the orange cat. So this is the big question, isn't it? If you've ever met a ginger cat, you probably have a strong opinion one way or the other. This idea that they're uniquely sociable is just everywhere. But we're here to find out if there's any actual truth behind the legend. But, right away, the reality is a lot more complicated. This quote from someone working at a shelter kind of hits the nail on the head. Just like us, every single cat is an individual. So if it's not some universal rule, then where in the world did this powerful reputation even start? Well, a huge piece of the puzzle is right here. Think about it. For decades, pop culture has basically been programming us. You've got the lazy, lasagna-loving Garfield, the ridiculously charming Puss in Boots. All these iconic characters have cemented this image in our minds of the orange cat as this bold, funny, and super affectionate creature. And there's a name for this effect. It's called cultural imprinting. When we see the same type of character over and over again in movies and books, it builds this powerful and honestly often subconscious expectation in our brains. We just start to assume that's what all orange cats are going to be like. And this isn't just a hunch. You can see it in the data. Research from the University of California actually found that when they asked owners to describe their cats, orange cats were consistently rated as more affectionate and friendly. But here's the key. This is all about human perception, not necessarily their actual behavior. It's about what we feel is true. So that leads to the next big question. Is there anything in their actual biology that backs this up? To figure that out, we have to shift gears from culture and feelings to hard science and look at what actually makes an orange cat, well, orange. Okay, so it all comes down to something called the O gene. This gene is responsible for a pigment called pheomelanin. And get this, it's the exact same pigment that causes red hair in people. But the most important clue here is where it's located, on the X chromosome. And that little detail leads to something pretty fascinating. Because of that genetic placement, a staggering 80% of all orange cats are male. Yeah, 80%. And this isn't some random coincidence. It's all just simple genetic math. This chart really breaks it down. See, since the orange gene is on the X chromosome, a male cat, who is XY, only needs to get that gene from his mom to be orange. Easy enough. But a female cat, who's XX, needs to inherit the gene from both of her parents. That simple fact makes orange males about 4 times more common than orange females. And the genetic weirdness doesn't even stop there. Here's a great little fun fact for you. The orange gene and the tabby gene are basically best friends. That means every single orange cat is technically a tabby. Even if they look like they're solid orange, if you look really closely, you'll see faint stripes and almost always that classic M on their forehead. So, okay, we've got all these really interesting genetic traits. The color, the fact they're mostly male, the tabby pattern. But when scientists actually tried to find a direct link between the O gene and personality, they found nothing. There is simply no scientific proof that a cat's fur color decides how friendly it's going to be. And this lays out the central conflict of our entire investigation perfectly. On one side, you have this overwhelming feeling from owners that orange cats are just friendlier. On the other side, you have science saying there's just no genetic proof. So if the answer isn't in their DNA, where is it? And this is where our whole investigation takes a huge turn. We've been looking at the cats this whole time, but maybe the secret isn't about cat biology at all. Maybe, just maybe, it's actually about human psychology. It all starts with this powerful little mental shortcut our brains use called confirmation bias. Because we already believe orange cats are friendly, our brains are constantly on the lookout for evidence that proves us right. So when an orange cat cuddles up to you, you think, see, I knew it. But if it's aloof, we just write it off as a fluke, like, oh, he's just having a bad day. And that bias leads straight into a self-fulfilling prophecy. It works like this. 1, we expect them to be friendly because of Garfield and all the stories. 2, because we expect them to be friendly, we approach them with more warmth, more affection. 3, the cat picks up on our positive vibe and responds in the same way. And 4, boom, our original belief is confirmed. It's a perfect loop where our expectations actually create the behavior we're looking for. And this has very real consequences for these cats.
I mean, psychologically, we humans are just naturally drawn to warm colors like orange. We associate it with comfort and energy. That can make these cats seem more inviting from the get-go, and that affects adoption rates. Shelters often report that orange cats find homes faster. Then, of course, we share our own stories and memes, which just keeps the whole myth going for everyone else.
So the final verdict is in. The reason orange cats feel so special isn't just one thing. It's this really fascinating cocktail of their unique genetics making them stand out, a pop culture that's jammed packed with friendly ginger characters, and our own psychology that leads us to create the very behavior we expect to see. And that's the real takeaway here. An orange cat's friendly personality isn't some genetic destiny that they're born with. It's actually a beautiful relationship that we help build with them, one that's influenced by a story that started way before we even met them. Which leaves us with one last, kind of mind-bending thought. We started this whole journey looking for the secret to their personality in their genes. But maybe, just maybe, the real secret has been hiding in our own minds and our own hearts the entire time.
Before you go, remember this. Your cat is doing something right now that most owners completely miss. At Feline Frontier, we don't just share cute cat facts, we uncover the hidden meanings, the quiet signals, and the strange behaviors your cat uses every single day to communicate with you. From the sounds that instantly calm a stressed cat, to the tiny habits that prove they trust you, to the mistakes that silently hurt them more than you realize. Everything here is designed to help you understand your cat on a deeper level. So if you've ever looked at your cat and thought, "What are you really trying to tell me?" You're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe to Feline Frontier, because the next video might explain something your cat has been waiting years for you to understand. See you in the next frontier of feline truth.